Welcome, spiritual travelers, to another Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. Today's theme is how do your spirit guides or the universe communicate with you? What means do they use to get a message across to you in order to guide you on your path and journey in life? We have 5 piles today. Using the runes again as a place marker, pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3, and yes, it is meant to be empty. Pile 4, and pile 5. As per usual, please use your intuition. I'm sure you have strong intuition if you're watching this video, to pick the pile for which resonates best with you. This is a general reading, so please remember to take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. I hope I managed to confirm some means of communication with your guides in this video. But yeah, let's move on to pile 1. Hello, pile 1. With the rune of Wonjo, which is a rune related to joy and happiness, feeling alive, feeling inspired. Lovely. I sense that when you're in a higher vibration, when you're feeling really, really happy and alive and just being your best self, that your guides really can tap into that higher frequency and be able to send you messages in whatever means possible. So I do pick up on an energy of you needing to really maintain a higher vibration to allow for that connection to be continually strong, or to maintain that connection anyway. Yeah, cool. Let's find out how they can communicate to you by looking at your oracle cards. Your first card is Clear Aura, number 7. Right. Well, that card's generally related to the need to cleanse your energy, really, to undertake practices to cleanse your energy, to clear your aura, salt baths or certain rituals that will clear your energy. But I do pick up on the fact that maybe you have the ability to see auras around people. Yeah, that you can see when you're in a higher vibration yourself, that you have the ability to see the flow of energy potentially by seeing auras of everything, really: people, trees, plants, animals, rooks. So certain color patterns or higher color vibrations might be a means of them being able to communicate to you. Like if you see a radiant color, I think it'll sort of grab your attention, and you take note of it. I think that you're somebody that's quite in the moment too, that has the ability to sort of just be wandering down the street and stop to smell the roses, that sees the finer things in life, which I think is really beautiful. And I think that's the way that your guides communicate to you. Mostly I think it's about you feeling happy and joy, seeing these things, paying attention to a hummingbird passing you by, or maybe a butterfly landing on your shoulder, or the color of a really radiant flower brings you joy and happiness. And I think that's a way for your guides to just fill you with joy and make sure that you're feeling alive, that they're letting you know that they're around you by filling you with certain sensations and feelings, if that makes sense. I do sense that it's also about you needing to really ensure that your aura is always clean, to make sure that you are always operating from a higher vibration, so that connection with spirit can always be at its strongest. Your next card is number 54 in Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. Okay. Wow, you have number 45, Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. And your final card is number 8 in the Sacral Chakra. Okay. Oh, I see a really powerful group. And a group, once again, that really needs to ensure that you're always operating from a higher place, a higher vibration. The Sacral Chakra, with the sun here, similar to the rune of Wonjo and Joy, which really reminds me of The Sun card in tarot, being happy, feeling joy. Strong calling for you to always be in a high vibration, to always be operating as your best self so that you can maintain that connection with spirit. It says here, know your worth in the skunk spirit. And watch your words, indicating to me that sometimes you can really get quite down on yourself and feel a little bit deflated or dejected, potentially leading into depression sometimes if you allow yourself to. And I, for one, know what depression is all about. I've been through, the darkness in my own life too, and it had taken me a lot of inner work to overcome it, and also to get help externally from counselors and stuff. So yeah, no judgment. I empathize if you have issues with depression. I know what it's like, but I sense that you do have the ability to pull yourself out of it when you are starting to get into a bit of a funk. And your guides are always trying to encourage you to try and not be so hard on yourself, to be more kind and caring to yourself, because it allows you to operate in life at your best. But also it maintains that connection with spirit, and they really have your back and are trying to pick you up and guide you on your journey. So yeah, try always to be kind to yourself with the words that you say to yourself in your inner monologue. I do sense a group that could really get a lot of benefit out of meditation, journaling, and inner work, shadow work, in terms of shutting down your mind so that when you operate from a place of clarity in your mind, that you have the ability to really tap into a higher energy or higher realms. But also too, just to try and replace any negative words that you have with positivity and words of kindness and love. Well, what I am seeing for you, Pile 1. So you have here a mirror. You've got number 54 with the skunk spirit, and number 45 with the parrot spirit. So that's like a mirror, like a reflection of each other, which really indicates to me that the outer world sometimes is a means for your spirit guides to communicate to you, that they can mirror a message or information to you in your outer world, which tends to happen with all of us to some degree. But I sense that it's really quite powerful for you, that if you are feeling really, really down on yourself, then I sense that you really attract that too. Law of attraction is quite strong. You have a strong manifesting ability, Pile 1, in the sense that when you're operating in a high vibration, higher vibration is drawn to you, and your outer world is a lot more vibrant and bright and happy, and things fall into place. You're quite lucky with the number 8 here, that you can be quite lucky when you're operating at your best vibration and frequency. But if you tend to get down on yourself, then sometimes you can draw negative energy towards you too, in terms of things getting in your way and holding you back, which makes you feel even lower, put you in an even lower vibration. I do also sense that similar to that message just then, that your guides can communicate to you externally in terms of what you see and what you hear. So with Watch Your Words, I sense that the words that other people say to you, if you're having a conversation with a friend or family, that sometimes your guides are able to use that other person to put in a certain sentence or phrase that resonates with you and was a message for you. Strong indication of number sequences too, with 5445. Number patterns are another way that your guides can communicate to you. Be interesting for you to check out the message, the angel number 5445, to see what the deeper meaning is for that. I would encourage you to read 5445, angel number 5445, to see what that meaning is too. But there's a strong indication for you also, Pile 1, that number sequences 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, etc., are messages from your spirit guides trying to get your attention. And I sense that you are quite in the moment and have the ability to see and pick up on these things externally. Finally, I do pick up on an energy of clairsentience too. With clear your aura related to how you're feeling, your vibration, the sacral chakra about your feelings and emotions, and with the rune of Wanjo and Joy, that you can sometimes just feel really elated and happy for no particular reason, which is always beautiful and lovely. But that's your guides encouraging you to pay attention, I sense. Or if you are feeling low and depressed or just a bit down for no particular reason, then that's your guides giving you a warning that you need to change something or to be mindful of something that's happening in your external world. Powerful group. Interesting. Let's move on to the Commonplace Tarot deck to see if we can get some further messages about how your guides communicate to you, part one. Yeah, a group that really can tap into certain energies around you too, with the sacral chakra and the sun there. The rune of wonder. And clear your aura. I sense that you also can pick up on like energies of other people or entities too. Like quite empathic vibes too. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, wow, okay. So you have two major arcana cards that have come out. You're a powerful group. So you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Death card. A group that tends to resist change to some degree, I sense. That tends to sort of shy away from facing your demons, sometimes I pick up on here. Or facing change can be quite challenging for you. You like things to be sort of in a certain routine. Yeah. But I think that you're going to be confronted with change quite regularly in your life, part one. With the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, indicating that you will go through certain cycles quite regularly until you learn certain lessons. You've also got the number 9 twice with the Skunk Spirit and the Parrot Spirit, which is a very spiritual number and a number related to like coming to the end of a certain cycle. That I think your guides are really trying to push you through certain changes in life transitions. And it's because you will learn from it and become more powerful and have a greater understanding of your own self-worth, your own know your worth, what you can overcome in life. A group that is really faced with challenges quite regularly, I sense, because it's all about you finding self-love. Your guides are really like leading to you to find inner love and love for yourself, because I sense that you've been through a lot of ups and downs in your life, and you can be quite hard on yourself because of it. And your guides are really trying to push you to overcome those challenges and realize how powerful you are, with the sacral chakra here too, and the sun. And that everything that you've been through has only made you stronger, and you can draw upon that inner strength to really know that you can overcome further challenges in your future. And when you realize what you've been through and what you've overcome, you can see, I sense that you operate from a really higher frequency and vibration. And that your guides, your journey in life is to go through ups and downs regularly, and your guides are supporting you on that. So in terms of communicating with you, I sense that they are putting you through certain challenges in your life, because they want you to realize how powerful you are and to come into a place of being really having a strong sense of worth and empowerment, self-empowerment. A really powerful group one. And I don't even think you know how powerful you are. I do sense also an ability to like pick up on messages in nature too. And why do I say that? Because you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the standard Rider-Waite Tarot has the woman out in nature, in a really lush environment, holding the pentacle. You've also got the Clear Aura card here with the woman getting into the water. That you can recuperate your energy by spending a lot of time in nature. And when you are in nature, I sense that you have like the ability to really just come into an inner knowing. You draw a lot of energy from nature too. And I sense that you will see a lot of signs and synchronicities whilst out in nature. Yeah, for you it's about maintaining a higher vibration, trying to overcome challenges, and always know that you are protected and guided through these ups and downs in life, that you will be subject to certain challenges regularly, because each challenge that you overcome, you get stronger and stronger. Which isn't really where I was going with this message, but I'm just reading it as I see it. Finally, for you, pile 1, let's get a message from the Dragon Oracle deck. The Wheel of Fortune too, indicating certain cycles coming to an end of a cycle. Gold and Silver Violet Flame Dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic and healing. Offer service under grace. Okay. I see. I understand what's going on with you. This isn't so much about... I think your guides just wanted to send a strong message to you, really. This isn't so much about how they communicate to you, but they're sending a message through this reading, which is really imploring you to continue overcoming challenges, because every time you manage to get stronger and stronger, when you go through these ups and downs and find that inner strength, the world around you becomes a lot brighter and stronger, and you actually have the ability to change a lot of other people's lives too because of it. That when you become more powerful in your own beliefs in yourself, that radiates a lot of higher vibratory energy to the people around you and lifts their spirits too, but also changes your outer world. That things start changing. That the changes internally are reflected and mirrored in your outer world. By nature becoming a lot brighter around you, animals and birds coming up to you more regularly, money flowing to you, things falling into place and becoming a lot easier. And the people around you can benefit from that also. So your guides are really encouraging you to just keep going, to continue on your path and overcoming these challenges. Try not to resist it, but know how powerful you are, Pile 1. And to try not to be so hard on yourself, because you're really being subject to a lot of harder lessons in life than I think most people could understand or even fathom. But it's all because you have the ability to transmute energy and raise the vibration of the world around you, which is really amazing. That's all I have for you, Pile 1. That was a bit longer than I anticipated. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to Pile 2. Hello, Pile 2, with the rune of answers, which surprisingly means answers, getting answers, and clarity, understanding. It's a rune related to ancestral knowledge. I think there's definitely a coincidence between the word ancestral and answers. I'm not sure about that, I'll have to look it up. But having a deeper understanding or deeper wisdom, that ancestral knowledge that is surfacing up, that the ability to just gain clarity and understanding of certain situations. Some strong spiritual gifts, I sense, in terms of just being able to tap into a deeper understanding, which I think is generally claircognizance or clairvoyance, being able to see the bigger picture. Let's find out how your guides communicate with you by looking at your oracle cards. Oh, okay. So you have number 23 in big picture. I just mentioned being the ability to see the bigger picture. There you go. I think you're one of these people that just can put the pieces together in a puzzle and just know what's going on before anyone else could even have any idea about what's going on. You have Moth Spirit, number 39, Surrender Now. I love the color on this card. Beautiful. Ooh, you have the Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide, number 32. Once again, though, hawks flying high and looking down low for prey, being able to see things from a high perspective. Just the ability to be able to like see into the future a little bit. I sense strong clairvoyant ability here. Or just being able to really trust your intuition. Strong intuition anyway. And number 17, choice. Free will, courage, willpower, and change. We'll get on to how your guides may communicate to you soon, pile 2. But like pile 1, I pick up on the need to relay a message from your guides here. And I think it's about you actually relinquishing certain behaviors or habits that aren't serving you anymore. And knowing that you're being guided to do so. You've got the card here of the Moth Spirit, surrender now, releasing certain things that aren't serving you. Let Spirit be your guide in terms of like having a lot more faith and trust in your spirit guides and the divine. Because we all have free will, right? The choices, the ability to make choices in life and to choose whether we continue a certain behavior that isn't serving us or to change our ways and go down a different path. Like this woman on the horse here, 2 different directions. You've got multiple choices in life that you can make. And I sense that your guides are really indicating that you need to follow your gut instinct and do what you know you need to do and follow a different path and make different decisions. And to see the bigger picture, to understand from a higher perspective what your goal is. I think that you're being asked to surrender certain habits or thought patterns or things that you do that maybe aren't serving you, or even to maybe spend more time in meditation or to spend more time dedicating yourself to a spiritual path I'm picking up on, because it's going to benefit your own life. And also I sense that you have a higher calling in terms of serving humanity and benefiting the world somehow. That's just what I'm getting straight off the bat for you, that I think that you are probably seeking answers to some certain struggles that you've been going through, some certain patterns that keep happening in your life and keep coming back around. But your guides are really calling you to make different decisions or better decisions and to trust in your connection with Spirit, because they're trying to guide you to a different path and a better life, basically. Interesting. In terms of how they communicate to you, I am drawn to the butterflies in the number 17. I don't know if you can see them from here. So you have the butterflies in number 17 here, choices up here. And you also have the Moth Spirit, which are very similar. It says surrender now on the Moth Spirit, but butterflies are all about change and transformation. Your guides are guiding you through a massive transformation in life. I guess through either an awakening or to finding your life purpose. So they communicate to you in multiple means. When this is happening, they'll find any possible way to get your attention. I sense through nature and through animals that constantly come across your path. I sense that you probably see a lot of butterflies or moths. Maybe birds communicate to you with you regularly. Clairvoyance and claircognizance, just being able to get an understanding of what's going to happen in the future, or just have a deeper understanding and inner knowing of what you need to do in each and every moment. Strong intuition I'm picking up on here too. But you need to surrender to that, to trust your intuition more. I sense that maybe you've doubted or not always trusted it, and I think you've probably tested it in the past too, and you're starting to really have a lot more faith and trust in your intuition. But your guides are really calling for you to constantly trust your intuition, because you do have the ability to see things from a higher perspective with the big picture here, and let Spirit be your guide with the Hawk Spirit. I see someone that can really have a deeper understanding of what's happening in certain situations before anyone else could possibly even know. And with the rune of answers, an indication of just being able to tap into your unconscious mind and get answers through meditation. When you clear your mind, those answers will come in. And to really trust your intuition to make the best decisions for you in life based on your gut instincts and your intuition. Let's see how else your guides communicate to you, pile 2, with the Commonplace Tarot deck. Yeah, with the key and big picture in 23 there, the information that you need is inside you. You've just got to unlock it. Like, ooh, the Sun card flipped there and I didn't even notice. I'm going to put that back, but it's a message to always try and maintain a higher vibration, similar to pile 1 too. Stay in a place of a high vibration, trying to be happy, being kind to yourself, looking after your own needs too, because that allows that intuition to blossom and grow and those messages to come through. Ooh, okay. Uh-huh. There you go. So your 3 cards. Oh my god. The Sun card wanted to come out. That was a definite omen from positive omen from your guides. The Sun card just flipped then again. It needed to come out. I love it when that stuff happens in tarot. It always gives me tingles, shivers. Indicating to me another means that they communicate to you is through signs and synchronicities, certain patterns or things that you see that can't be coincidental, that happen over and over and over. When the Sun card came out twice, that's a coincidence, right? It seems like a coincidence, but it's a synchronicity. It's your guide saying, look for signs and synchronicities, which I'm sure you're already well aware of. To maintain a high vibration, to try and be happy all the time if you can. That's not possible, I know, but to do the things that bring you joy in life, to look after your own needs so that you can operate from a higher vibration, because you have free will. If you make the right decisions, you'll feel better about yourself, and your guides can then communicate to you a lot more easily, because I guess you're opening that channel to the universe in a sense. But what I am sensing also, you've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. And you also have the King of Cups in the reverse position. Strong indication to maintain an emotional balance, to not let things get you down. I do sense that you've been through some heartache and pain in your life too, potentially some depression, similar to pile 1, or you've had some things that just haven't worked out for you, and it can cause you to get a little bit down on yourself, but I sense that you've overcome them. The 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position indicates that you're coming out of that place of lack or feeling depressed and low, which is beautiful in the sense that you're leading yourself towards the sun and being a lot more happy and vibrant. But the King of Cups is the archetype of really like being emotionally balanced and satisfied, happy with where their life has gone, and feeling a lot of compassion and joy for life and those other people around you. So you need to find that happy medium where you're operating from a high vibration and always making the right decisions, or at least trying to make the right decisions, because then your guides can communicate to you quite freely and easily, because they're trying to lead you, I sense, Pile, to out of the darkness and into the light. They're leading you towards your higher purpose and your life purpose, basically. And they're calling for you to start making those choices that will guide you on your path in terms of overcoming certain habits, or always operating and thinking positively about yourself, and shutting down any negative thoughts that you may have, looking after your own needs too, putting yourself first in certain situations so that you're not giving too much of yourself away to other people. I do sense a group that's they can pick up on energy too around you, with the King of Cups too. representing your feelings and your emotions, that you have the ability to really like draw energy from other people. And I sense that's also sometimes why you feel down on yourself, because you pick up on other people's lower vibration too. And you take that on like a strong empathic ability here. And when I sense you're in that lower vibration, you make choices that aren't always within your best interest, because you probably want to just try and lift yourself out of that negativity, of that low vibe. So maybe you'll do something that you know is not always within your best interest, but it gives you that brief moment of happiness and satisfaction. But your guides are trying to get you out of that. And I do think you really probably need to protect your energy a little bit more in terms of being more mindful of what energy you're taking on from other people, but also learning how to get yourself out of it by doing things that are actually good and kind for yourself. But I do see that you have an ability to overcome darkness and certain challenges, and to be able to lead yourself to the light. And that's where your guides are trying to lead you. So what I pick up on for you, pile 2, in terms of how your guides communicate to you, they communicate to you by feelings and sensations that you have. They communicate to you through clairvoyance and claircognizance, of just having a deeper knowing and understanding. They communicate to you through signs and synchronicities, most definitely. And through like certain animals, like butterflies and birds too. Finally for you, pile 2, let's get another message from the Dragon Oracle deck. So like pile 1, your guides are really trying to send a strong message in this reading about following a certain path. For pile 1, it was about overcoming constant challenges in life and knowing that they are benefiting humanity by raising the vibration when they draw from a place of inner strength. But for you, it's about actually finding your right path and making the right decisions. Your card, Black Dragon from Saturn, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. There you go. Wow, that could not be any more perfect and resonate with the message I'm trying to get across here. Through spiritual discipline, being more disciplined in your spiritual path and making the right decisions, dedicating yourself to spirit more regularly. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. Lovely. Okay, you've passed a test. You've been through some hardships already, pile 2. I sense that you've come out of it. So this test was the 5 of Pentacles here, where you've probably been struggling either financially or with emotions and relationships to some degree. There's been a lot of hardship in your life, but you've gone through it and you've come out of it now. Hence why this 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse position. You've overcome this challenge and you're leading yourself towards happiness and joy. You're starting to make the right decisions, but your guides are calling for you to continue on your path because you're doing really well. It says here, congratulate yourself. You're doing really well and you've overcome this test, but just continue to surrender and to follow your path, because I sense you already know what to do. And you are doing it. Just continue to dedicate and be more disciplined in it in terms of meditating, heeding to the advice that you are getting from your guides, trying to make the right decisions that are best for your soul and for your health. And just be kind to yourself. You're doing really well. Wow, beautiful message, pile 2. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If so, please like and subscribe. And let's move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3, with the blank rune. Oh, you can see my reflection. There you go. It's like a mirror. Okay, there you go. So this is Odin's rune, known as Odin's rune. It's the rune of the unknown, so infinite possibilities, or sometimes the rune of nothingness. I'm really sensing for you that when you manage to clear your mind, say in deep meditation, or if you really want an answer, you can get the message that you need from your guides just by going into a deeper knowing and understanding. The answers will come to you when you clear your mind. I also am picking up on an energy of a group that has many possibilities and means of communicating with their guides. As I said that, I just got a ringing in my ear, which is a general indication that my guides are saying that's pretty spot on. A group that has infinite potential or possibilities in terms of how to communicate with their guides. If your guides want to get you a message across to you, they'll find a way. And I sense that you're quite spiritually attuned, so you'll understand what's going on. You'll know that that was a message for you and know what it means. The last thing that I'm getting from this room, I'm actually getting more messages from this than I have the previous ones, is it is like a mirror. You can see my reflection there. I hope that's not creeping you out. So I sense that your guides send a message to you by mirroring your surroundings. Maybe in conversations with people, someone will say something to you and you just know that that sentence was a deeper message for you from your guides. Or you'll have occurrences in life that keep repeating. Your world is being mirrored, so that you can learn a lesson or pick up on a certain message. Very powerful group, as per usual with pile number 3. Always very powerful in my readings. Let's move on to your oracle cards to find out other ways that your spirit guides will communicate with you. So your spirit animal cards. Your first card is number 37, and the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. You have the giraffe spirit. See the big picture. Okay. Number 11. You have the card of passion, number 25. Desires, fun, fulfillment, and joy. Whoop. I move that between readings. And your final card, okay, is number 11, inspiration. I mentioned 11 here. I did realize there's actually 29, but I reduced it in my head to 11. Whenever I say the number 11, I think it's significant. So you have 1111, which is the angel number, which is a very lucky number. I always wish upon 1111 when I see it. So I sense that you probably see repeating number patterns. 1111 is probably a number pattern that you see quite regularly, I sense. I do sense that your guides communicate to you via repeating numbers or certain number sequences. But the main method that I see for you, pile 3, with your guides communicating to you, is through clairsentience. You have the card 25 here, passion, desire, fulfillment, fun, and joy. You have number 11 here with inspiration, feeling inspired, which is a sensation, a feeling that you get. And also be generous of spirit relating to our deeper feelings, what our core, our soul is yearning for. I sense that when you have feelings and sensations, when your guides are communicating to you, when you're on the right path in life, you feel inspired, you feel alive. There is passion emanating from you everywhere. You're very creative, or you just feel like you want to get out and rule the world and make your dreams come true. When you are on the right path, your guides are communicating to you by clairsentience, feelings and sensations you get in the body. I am also picking up on the fact that with number 11 here, inspiration, this woman is out in the cold, but in the card of passion, and with the lion spirit, strength in tarot being related to the sun, that you also get like hot and cold shivers from your guides when they're communicating to you. I see that you probably get like energy movements through your body. Possibly also, I'm picking up on a sense that you might get tingles on your skin too, that your guides like rub against you or cause like hot and cold flushes and sensations in your skin when they are around you. But a very connected group with 1111, I sense that you have a very strong connection with your guides, and you have a very strong trust in your connection, a very intuitive group too. I do sense a strong ability to connect with your guides during peace and quiet times, during meditation. When you go internally, you can connect and feel the presence of your guides with you. That energy radiates from within inside of you when you go internally, and you have an ability to just have a deeper understanding or a knowing, an infinite knowing of what's going on. Also with the giraffe spirit and see the big picture, I do pick up on a group that is quite claircognizant too. Both claircognizant and clairvoyant, you have the ability to see things before it actually happens and have an understanding of the greater picture of what's happening in a certain situation. You're one of those people that can put all the pieces together and just be able to predict the future, a certain outcome, based on a certain feeling or just an inner knowing that you have. Yeah, a very powerful group. And yeah, just once again with the rune of the Odin's rune, infinite possibilities for your guides to communicate with you. Interesting. Cool. On that pile 3, let's get some further messages about how your guides may communicate with you with the Commonplace Tarot deck. Once again, just to reiterate, I do sense that your guides also have an ability to sort of communicate through other people with certain words or phrases that you might pick up on. It's sort of mirrored to you from your outer world externally. So I also pick up on a sense that you may be able to like pick up on certain messages in music, or when you're watching TV and you just hear or see something, you know that that's a message for you. Definitely signs and synchronicities too. If things keep happening over and over and over, or you see the same pattern, you see the same number pattern, that's another means for your guides to communicate a certain message to you, or to try to get your attention anyway. Oh wow! Oh my god! Woo! I'm getting shivers. I'm getting the chills right now too. So Strength just flew out of the deck. I had just talked about this card and picked up on an energy of being like Strength. The Strength card related to Leo, which is ruled by the sun in the zodiac, in astrology. Also with the Infinity sign here, which reminds me of the Rune of Unknown, infinite possibilities of how your guides can communicate to you. Yes, when you are feeling in a place of happiness and joy for no particular reason, passion, when you feel like you have passion or are inspired for no particular reason, that's your guides saying that you're on the right track, or they're trying to get your attention for something. Wow, that's 2 lions. That's basically the Strength card coming out twice, which is a strong indication that your feelings, clairsentience, is definitely a way of how they communicate with you. And Strength also is about inner strength, really. So that's an inner knowing. Claircognizance is another skill that you have, I sense. Let's try to get one more. Your final 2 tarot cards. Oh, it's the Page of Swords. And the other one that just jumped out then is the King of Wands, right? Very creative, a leader that leads by example, but also Wands being the suit of the spirit, inspiration. Once again, I sense an ability to really feel things, to sense when your guides are around you based on the feelings and sensations that you get in your body. The King of Wands also really, for me, symbolizes like warmth and energy that is radiating from your body. Hot and cold flushes really stands out to me. Or just tingles in your body, sensations of like a rubbing on your skin, or maybe a patting on your head too. And with the Page of Wands, Wands being the suit of related to your mind and communication, your thought patterns, really indicates a strong claircognizant ability here also. Just an inner knowing. But once again for you, pile 3, it's the possibilities are infinite, or unimaginable. There's so many ways that your guides can find. They're very inventive in terms of being able to get your attention when they need it, I sense. Finally, for you, I just saw 11:11 on the clock too, would you believe? Let's get one more message from the Dragon Oracle deck. Yeah, Strength card coming out. That's amazing. There's a synchronicity too. So signs and synchronicities for sure. Another way for them to catch your attention. But keep an eye out for 11:11. That's definitely a way that they tend to communicate to you that they're around. Your last card is the Earth and Water Dragon. Creates a foundation of new growth. A fresh start is coming. With new opportunities, nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. There you go. Okay. So that really sticks out to me. New growth, a feeling of like being alive again, being inspired, having new inspiration for a new goal or something that you want to do. Like the Page of Swords too, coming into to clarity, a bit of a deeper understanding about what's going on. I just sense that you have an inner knowing, so that when you go into meditative states, you come up with the answer yourself, because your guides sort of implant it in your being, in your soul to some degree. Also, there's a strong indication that you just need to trust yourself too, but I sense that you already do, because you're quite spiritually attuned here, to trust your intuition and that sort of gut instincts, because they're pretty much always spot on, I sense. Yeah, cool. A very powerful group. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 4. Hello, pile 4. You had the rune of Eros, which is the rune of the horse, associated with movement and travel. It's also like the horse and cart. It deals with the wheel. It's quite a lucky rune in terms of like the karmic wheel or your time coming kind of thing. I am sensing that your guides like to get the message across to you very quickly or suddenly. So the best way for that to happen generally is clear cognizance with an inner knowing, just a deeper understanding, or just knowing what to do at the right time. Also, I sense that they probably like to communicate by visual displays in your external world, whether it be signs and synchronicities or symbols or number patterns and things like that. But let's get a better understanding on how your guides communicate with you by looking at your oracle cards. Your first card is the number 14, and money. Interesting. Finances, power, generosity, and abundance. I see money as a symbol. It represents wealth and abundance, right? So, yeah, maybe symbols in your external world. You heard the card of number 16 and transformation. You have number 23. Spirit has your back. Excellent. Nice message. And you have the snake spirit. Time to heal. Interesting. So I see the snake spirit. Time to heal being quite sort of conflicting to the rune of horse and taking action. Time to heal for me means to take some time out, to be alone, to recuperate, to reflect, and go to be introspective. We tend to take time out to heal and to be introspective during greater transformations in our life when we're changing in some way or there's a need for change. We need to sit and reflect upon what's happening in our lives to get a greater understanding of it. So I sense that your guides tend to be around you during like major changes in your life, during times of transformation, when things are like taking off and changing, like the horse rune here, taking action and charging ahead. When things are changing, or there's something that is changing in your life, your guides tend to come in to sort of guide you through it. Spirit has your back during times of change and massive transformations in your life. I am also seeing here, which is always nice. It's nice to know that you're being guided through like the awakenings on our journey, or through upheavals in life. When you have certain tower moments in your life, your guides are there to have your back and to really step in and to guide you through it so that you get through it successfully and with, the least resistance or the least amount of pain, which is a really beautiful thing, I think, for you, powerful. I am also seeing here, so you've got the money card, number 1 and 4, making 5. So you've got 55 here with the snake spirit, and 1 and 4 making 5. Also 2 and 3 making 5. So you've got 5, 5, 5, 5. Like pile 3, they had 11, 11. I see that your guides tend to communicate to you through number sequences too, number patterns like 5, 5, 5, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, and 5. There you go. So your guides tend to be able to show you things in your external world in terms of number patterns or certain symbols, like the money card here, that represent certain things in your life. I do sense too for you, powerful, that your guides really have your back in terms of upheavals in life. With the money card too, I sense that they step in if you're having any financial issues to help you sort out those problems. I am picking up on an energy of helping you through relationship struggles, or issues at work, or just when you're feeling really down, they'll come in and really lift you up, like the eagle spirit. They have your back to guide you through these transformative times in life. Finally, from these cards, what I do see for you also, pile 4, you have the moon in the transformation card. I sense that you are quite attuned to the moon cycles, that you go up and down related to the cycles of the moon. At the full moon, you're very energized. Generally, at the new moon, you take time out to heal, to be alone, to reflect, and to recuperate, feeling a little bit more, just a little bit more, just feeling the need more to regenerate and rejuvenate your energies. That's just a side note there. On that pile 4, let's find out further how your guides may communicate to you by getting some cards from the Commonplace Tarot deck. I also am sensing too that you're quite susceptible to nature, that you tend to be able to heal and recuperate by spending a lot of time in nature. You like to meditate in nature or be out in nature, go for walks in the bush, be by the beach, maybe go hiking, and it helps you sort of find your center again and ground yourself. And I think that allows you to really open up the connection with your spirit guides too. Another group that I sense has some clear cognizant ability, just an inner knowing of what's happening. Time to heal also, for me, represents being alone, looking internally, meditating. So in a sense that when you clear your mind, the answers come to you, which is similar to pile 3 also. And the eagle spirit, being high up in the sky and having a higher perspective on what's happening on the ground, I sense that you're able also to just have a deeper understanding of what's happening in a certain situation. You see things from a higher perspective. You're gifted knowledge through clear cognizance and just a deeper knowing and understanding. Okay. Ooh, wow. So the sword that just flipped there was the Ace of Swords in reverse. Which represents to me, the Ace of Swords is like an epiphany or an understanding, clarity, coming into a certain understanding or knowing of a situation. But I do sense sometimes it can be a little bit confusing for you. With the moon too, the moon is about your deeper subconscious, things not always being so clear. Sometimes I sense that when you are going through transformations or changes in life, rapid changes in life, it can weigh you down a little bit. So there's a need for you to take time out to really have a deeper, clearer understanding of why you're going through things. It may not always be so clear, but your guides eventually give you the right answers through meditation and taking time out to recuperate. You have here, the Seven of Cups. And your final card is the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. So you have water, earth, and air energy, representing your mind, your emotions, and your material world and reality. Indicating that you have the ability that your guides have the ability to communicate to you through various means, through clear cognizance and finally coming to an understanding, although I think sometimes it can cause quite a bit of confusion when you go through rapid changes. You're not sure why it's happening or what the deeper meaning is, but when you take time out, you have that clearer understanding. The Seven of Cups being about your emotions too. There's various ways that they can send a message through you, through the way you feel. Clairsentience too, to some degree, of cold shivers and hot flushes, feeling alive and elated, feeling depressed, or picking up on certain energies around you. But also I see here with the Four of Pentacles, a strong indication that they communicate to you externally from your outer world too. I have just picked up on the fact that you've got the card 4. You've got 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did I see 6? 6 in the transformation card and the 7. So number patterns and sequences are another means for them to communicate to you. Finally, for you, powerful, let's get another message about how they may communicate to you from the Dragon Oracle deck. Lots of animals in this too, which isn't really surprising considering there are 2 animal spirit cards, but you've got the fish there in the money spirit, you've got the rune of horse, and then you have like another snake coming out of the cups in the 7 of Cups there. I also sense that you have the ability to really communicate with animals sometimes, that sometimes animals come up to you, or birds might sing a song to you as you're walking past them. You might see butterflies or dragonflies just on your path, and you really take note of those little moments. You tend to know how to be in the moment and to see or understand when an animal is around you or communicating to you, that it's a message from your guides too. You have the golden orange dragon. Expand your light for ascension. Nice. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. Okay. So you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this card indicates for you that you are a peaceful warrior. The Ace of Swords for me also represents power, like being protected, like it's an Archangel Michael's sort of protection and clarity. I sense that you are protected by your spirit guides too, that maybe you have like a mission in life that you're trying to fulfill, and they've always got your back, they're always around you. Spirit has your back. That was unintentional. And that you're here to like guide and teach others through your own understanding and your own inner knowing. Yeah, so for you, pile 4, signs and synchronicities for sure with the money card and the number patterns. I sense that you have an ability to really tap into the energies of animals and nature, that you get messages when you're out in nature and animals communicate with you. A strong claircognizant ability also in terms of being able to have a deeper understanding and knowing when you clear your mind and tap into that internal energy. And the last thing I get is some sentient abilities in terms of being able to feel and work your way through life through feelings and sensations. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope that resonated with you. If you did, please like and subscribe, and let's move on to pile 5. Welcome, pile 5. You have the rune of Othala, which is a rune related to like ancestral inheritance, both external and internal. Certain patterns in your upbringing, things that you adopt from your family. But also inheritance in terms of wealth and the estate that you might be left from your parents. Let's find out how your spirit guides communicate with you by looking at your oracle cards. Your first card is Clarity. Number 17, interesting. Your next card is number 2, the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Okay. This has got a similar feeling to number 4, actually. You have number 68, the Wombat Spirit. Be at home. And your final card is number 45, right? Education, flexibility, perception, and knowledge. So with the rune of Othala, ancestral knowledge or your estate, what your family are leaving you. With the Wombat Spirit, be at home. I sense you're someone that really likes to be around your family and friends and loved ones, and really can gain a lot of energy by just being at home, being relaxed in your own environment and drawing upon your family's energy. That you're in your best mode and best state when you're around loved ones, people that you can really trust. And I do sense that when you're in that state of a higher vibration, just feeling relaxed at home, that your guides are able to then communicate to you with the most clarity and strength in terms of being really able to get the message across quite quickly. Similar to both piles 3 and 4, I am picking up on a very strong cognizant ability here too with the card of Clarity, number 1 and 17. And the Intelligence card too. It says that perception, you just have the ability to understand or have a greater understanding of what's going on in a certain situation, to just have some certain inner knowings about why a situation is happening or why somebody is acting in a certain way, understanding or knowing something about someone or a situation that you couldn't possibly have known beforehand. Rapid downloads too, I sense that when you need information, pile 5, you can ask your spirits and really come into a sense of clarity and understanding really quickly about what's happening or what you need to know. If you ask for an answer, I sense that your guides will find a way to communicate it to you very quickly. With the Wombat Spirit too, I do pick up on an energy here. So you've got conflicting energies with the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up, and the Wombat Spirit, which is a very, very slow, relaxed energy. I sense that when you take time out to meditate too, or to get into that vibration where you're most relaxed at home around your family and friends, when you take time out to just chill with a book, to take your mind away from the hustle and bustle of life, that your guides can then really like impart that knowledge into your being pretty quickly. Claircognizant ability also, but with the jewel here on the Wombat Spirit too, I'm also picking up on a very strong clairvoyant ability to really be able to see into the future a little bit, or to get images in your mind about what's going to happen next or what the answer to a certain problem is. Someone that's quite attuned to with the messages of the spirit guides in the universe in terms of really trusting in your connection, I sense. Finally, also for you, Pile 5, it says here with the books in the intelligence card, knowledge, perception, education, flexibility. I think sometimes too that you can pick up on messages for you externally too, like Pile 2, in terms of being able to like get a message from a book that you're reading, a certain sentence or a paragraph, really resonates with you, and you have just an inner knowing that that message was for you. Possibly also through music or watching TV, sometimes also with communication with close ones and loved ones. If they say something, you have a deeper understanding that a certain phrase or sentence was an actual strong message for you for an answer that you've been seeking. Interesting. All right, Pile 5, let's get some further messages about how your spirit guides communicate to you using the Commonplace Tarot deck. With the card of Clarity and the 3 men in the circle doing some sort of Wicca type ritual, I sense. I am picking up on the fact that you might have some slight telepathic abilities, or being able to pick up on certain energies around you. Understanding how people are feeling in certain situations. Being quite empathic also. Ooh. Okay, well, there are your cards. The first card that came out is the 4 of Wands in reverse, which really reminds me a lot of the Wombat spirit, be at home. But the 4 of Wands in reverse generally is about leaving home and taking action. But what I am sensing is that your guides really want you to be in a state of feeling relaxed and feeling at home, and that's when you can be communicated with the most ease. That when you actually relax and stop thinking about other things in your external world, when you're outside, then that message can come through quite clearly and strongly for you. You also have the 6 of Pentacles here, related to like harmony and balance, as well as the Ace of Pentacles too. Strong indication that your guides have the ability to communicate to you in your day-to-day external activities and in your external world. Once again, number 6 here with the 6 of Pentacles, and which is an indication of needing balance in your life, balancing your finances generally. But I see it as like also that balance between finding inner peace in terms of not rushing out too much and staying at home. You need to find that balance in your life of taking charge on those things that you need to look after in your external world, but also spending a lot of time at home, rejuvenating, reflecting, drawing energy from your friends and loved ones, reading a good book and taking time out. I do also see the potential for you to pick up on signals externally too. The Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Antelope Spirit really indicate to me that your guides can communicate to you with certain symbols, phrases that you might see in a billboard when you're driving, stains on the footpath when you're walking, like scrying. You have a strong ability to scry and get a message through scrying, I sense. Pile 5. Finally for you, Pile 5, let's get another message about how your guides might communicate to you with the Dragon Oracle deck. I also see here, it's not so much a message of how they communicate to you, but I do sense that you need to always be operating in a very loyal and from the most purest perspective in life with the Six of Pentacles here and the card of clarity. Also with the Four of Wands in reverse, that if you operate from a place that you may have a second agenda or may not be the most genuine or authentic, that I think you really can sort of muddle that connection with spirit, that those messages don't come through clearly. When you're the most authentic and being kind, compassionate, and operating from a place of purity, then your communication with your spirit guides is at its most strongest. The card that came out for you is the Air and Water Dragon. Helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Lovely, beautiful. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, express your inner soul. That's a beautiful message for you, powerful, indicating that you do have some strong spiritual gifts, whether it be clairvoyance that I picked up on, claircognizance I picked up on. I do sense that you have some empathic abilities too, and the ability to feel energy around you, to know how other people are feeling. And your guides are able to use these gifts that you have to allow for inner knowings and understandings to come through so that you can continue on your journey also. You have a very strong intuition too, that you can just trust in that inner knowing to really take the next step and know where you're going in life. Like the Ace of Pentacles, sort of related to like a fresh start, just a strong inner knowing when you need that information. But yeah, this card really indicates that you're on the way to like ascending. You have the ability to tap into some higher understanding, into higher frequencies. So if you need further information from your guides, all you need to do is ask and they'll find a way to get it through to you, Power 5. Beautiful. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you, Power 5. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.